It's time for NixOS. It's been a while. Actually, it's been never, but I've used the crap out of their package manager, and today we will be taking the venture on the home production machine. No VM here, no virtual machine. We're going full Nix, minimal build with DWM. Kind of like what you see here, but I've been working a little bit with DWM, and we're going to change this. This is actually was Peter Jensen's configuration that he sent me. I've been working on my laptop with DWM. I really, really like DWM with its just everything's baked into the binary. So you literally can't screw it up. It's impossible to break. You can't put a bad configuration because it won't compile if you do. So I have really, really enjoyed DWM far more than I thought I would. But using NixOS as a base is something I've always wanted to try. It's been there. I love the package manager. I don't know much about the base OS though. I know that when we go to search to install stuff, like let's say we're going to install Brave, I know that when you do this, like NixOS configuration, you just have a configuration file and you just throw all your packages right here and then it just installs them automatically. So it's a setup once OS, and then it just doesn't matter how many times you reinstall it, just puts everything back. So very replicatable. I love it. I know some businesses use it, and it does run into, it's considered a stable release every 6 months. It happens. So that is what's on the agenda for today is NixOS, minimal install with just DWM. The thing I don't know how it'll end up is how does it do dependency resolution? How's it going to do a minimal install when it needs Xorg and some other things that I need to build out? There's a lot of things probably for prep work we need to do, and I'm going to try and do that on the front end before we wipe out old Rocky Linux. Rocky Linux has been great for us. It's been a fun experiment, and I've really enjoyed the structure of it more than I have a lot of other installs I've done, but I think it's time to go into the unknown because I kind of want to start laying out the configuration of NixOS. We've already downloaded. You can see NixOS over here. Let's open it up. I'm trying to think. Did I install a file browser on this? I can't remember. I think I have a bad configuration on my file browser, or I just didn't install it. Let's see. Which is it? I don't know. Yeah, it's a bad configuration. Okay, let's just uninstall that configuration, shall we? We need to Thunar. Let's just get rid of Thunar. And then if we do it, yeah, Thunar's fine now. It was a bad configuration. It was just failing on me. That's why it was taking forever to launch. So let's get Thunar up and start looking at the downloads. We'll create that, and then we're going to get kind of our packages, so it should be like an all-in-one, just knock it out. All right, we're going to go to images, drop it in here. So that's going to be NixOS. I am grabbing the minimal ISO of Nix because I don't want Nix installing KDE or GNOME, which are the two desktop that it sets up by default. I don't want any of those tools, actually. So I kind of want to pick out what we're choosing on this, and I feel like the way to do it is to create our own configuration.nix file and then grab all the stuff we're going to use. That would be kind of cool. I feel like that would be neat. Let's come into probably our images directory, media images, and let's vim. Is it configuration.nix? Yeah, configuration.nix. And yes. Oh, what is Nix? rnix nil ls. I mean, I imagine it'd be rnix maybe. Oh, cargo's not executable. I don't have cargo installed. Oh well, does not matter. So we're gonna copy this configuration over to here, and then we're gonna just add to these packages. So let's like Nix environment Q. We have all these packages. Let's just copy this, paste it here, and now we're going to just do a substitute command. Let's just go full file substitute dash dot star. And why didn't it grab plus Wayland? Let's just get rid of that. And then let's just grab the beginning of these lines. We're going to substitute the beginning with a caret and add pkgs dot that. Sounds good. And this will be an easy way to kind of toss our stuff. So we're just going to grab, oh man, that's so cool. I don't think we need some of these though. I think we'll leave Nix, we'll get rid of, that'll be there already. PyCom, PowerShell. I'm going to leave most of these just in case we want to go to a different configuration, like go back to our BSPWM. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Now let's take a look at what our install packages are. DNF list. Okay. I think for DWM we do have some issues there. Maybe Xorg. Probably Xorg is what we're going to have to grab. Let's see what that looks like. What kind of packages Xorg? Oh, we're going to have a lot. I bet you it'll grab all the dependencies though. Let's do xinit, because xinit would grab all the dependencies and should be fine. So like an xorg xinit like this would grab so much. Oops, wrong copy command. So that would grab our xorg, which would be what we use to render our display. And what else we got? Is this using NVIDIA? No. This is an AMD card in here. We're good there. What other packages do we have? Vulkan AMD GPU. I kind of think we do need Vulkan tools. Let's see about that. Vulkan tools. Maybe not. No, we're going to leave that off. How does Nix... What does Nix do for virtual machines? Has anybody run virtual machines in Nix? That's a question I have for chat. Yeah. Because I use QEMU with Virt Manager right now, and that would be pretty awesome. Nix can be both a stable and a rolling release. There's an unstable version of Nix, much like Debian Unstable, and then there's a stable version of Nix. So you can actually do both. We're doing, obviously, the 6-month stable. It'd be like installing Debian Bookworm. Yeah, there should be QEMU as a must-have. So we'll see how Nix does with virtualization. Let's see QEMU. Yeah, QEMU is going to be there. I wanted to see how it does with dependency resolution. So let's just do Virt Manager, because Virt Manager should kick up quite a few different dependencies with that. Let's just grab Virt Manager. We'll put that into our Nix configuration as well. All right. I imagine we probably should put QEMU in there as well too. Just around the bases. QEMU. Yeah. It's such a simplistic virtualization package that doesn't make any sense not to. So right here, let's just put packages QEMU. Okay. Moving on. Right now, I'm just looking at all the packages that are currently installed on my system. We're going to just try and grab most of these from Nix. I should have unzip in here, which I don't see. So let's grab unzip, because that's a package I'm going to need. Yeah, packages unzip. I could have guessed that. So we got unzip. Thunar is usually what I use for my package manager. Thunar is probably just going to be Thunar. Yeah, XFC. Okay, it's a little different. Glad I looked that up. I would have put the wrong thing. So let's put XFC Thunar. TLDR is such a clutch tool. I have used that to death. I absolutely just adore TLDR. It's so much better than using man or dash help. It's once you've started doing TLDR, you just can't go back. So there's TLDR. Probably should do tiny PNG and set that up as well, just because I do use that for conversion when I'm making an article on christitus.com. This just looks like all of, I don't know what text live is, but there's a lot of it. I'm pretty sure probably Nix uses systemd. I kind of want to design a system with, OpenRC or initd. I really miss that, especially since the last stream we were really working on like Alpine Linux a little bit. We installed that. It's fun. That's just fun in general to do. Let's grab Lutris and then Steam as well from here. So this packages Steam for that. And then Lutris, I imagine it's just Lutris. Oh, there are a couple different variants of Lutris. Yeah. Continuing on. There's a lot of garbage in this that I installed. Hence, it's not very much a minimal system. There's all our rust. Good night. How much rust did this install? All right, let's it's just a lot of packages. I don't want to scroll through all of it forever, so we're gonna just go. We're gonna just do it. DWM install on this NixOS. We can just grab DWM just so it grabs the dependencies. So we're gonna be obviously building DWM anyways, but we can use the install just to grab any dependencies DWM might need. We've got Xorg, which is the big thing. We've got DWM. I've kind of waffled offline going between display managers like LightDM or SDDM for the boot process and auto login scripts, or just modifying Getty, the login service, to just auto log in the user. I kind of gone back and forth. I see the benefits of both, and at the end of the day, I think I like the most minimal approach, which is just modifying Getty to auto log in and launch everything through an xinit script like you see down here with the Xorg xinit. I feel like that's probably the best solution. So we have that. Let's cat our etc fs tab. You can see that's what we're rocking. Our home directory is set as a volume group on LVM. And we got a lot of different stuff going. So we're going to wipe out boot EFI, and the localhost live swap file as well, and live root. So let's just copy etc fs tab to media images. I feel like this actually should probably go to home, but let's also copy this to Titus. Do we have like backups? I so need to clean up my backup. My home directory is getting ridiculous. I have reinstalled so many times, my home directory has just become bonkers. But that's okay. Backups. Okay. Yeah, let's just overwrite that. All right, great. Greatness. I think we're ready. Now, you'll see the new DWM. I'm not quite done designing it, but close. Very close. Well, let's start our install on this system. Dynamic Window Manager is what DWM stands for. It's a suckless tool. You have to compile it. You can't install it through a package manager. I mean, you can install it through a package manager, but that's just like the base config. It's not as fun. Yeah, we're going full Nix at last. Exciting times are ahead of us. Mark it on the stream here. 33 is the time for Nix to finally happen. Did I put it? Where did I put it? I think this is where I put it. Oh, yeah. Hydrate. Important. That's kind of funny. I just noticed on my Arch Linux, it's like once a year in January, I'm like, let's reinstall Arch. That's kind of funny. I just noticed I haven't cleaned that up. And all of them are in January, except right here. That was not January. I think that was probably when I was doing Arch Titus back in 2021. That's funny. All right, let's go to Nix. Nix? Where are you at, Nix? Oh, no. Ah, man. I forgot something. That's not what I meant to do. Oh, well. Yeah, probably need to do that. Back when I pretended to be an Arch user. Hey, people are still salty that I stopped Arch. Although, I got my Arch shirt on today. I still pretend to be an Arch user from time to time. Depends if you catch me on the right day. There's nothing wrong with Arch. If that's what, you know, that's what you like, then that's what you like. We're gonna go back into our Rocky install one last time because we forgot to copy that ISO over. I've loved you, Rocky Linux. You've served me well, but it's time. So we have this. Let's go into our images. Where did I put Nix? Oh, I need to fix my collating on the next system. I hate it when they don't properly alphabetize caps in lowercase. NixOS minimal. There it is. All right. And Ventoy. Yes. I forgot to put Nix there. Okie dokie. And, oh, did I put the Nix configuration over there too? Let's grab that. While we're here, did I not save that file? Oh, crap. Oh, it's under configuration Nix. Okay. My bad. All right. Let's grab that and put that in Ventoy so we can easily access this stuff. Now that I'm thinking about it, in my home folder, I have a backups. Let's grab that FS tab as well and toss that on Ventoy, just so I can refer to all those map drives. Oh, one other thing we're going to be missing from Nix config. Oops. Ah, well, whatever. It's fine. Let's reboot. Away we go. It's happening for real this time. It's a false start, but that's okay. Come on. Boot menu. Did I get it? Yes. Yeah, I did, Ashlyn. As far as getting the message you sent about installing any Windows thing using that GitHub project, I went ahead and went back to the video clip I made from a live stream in the past and copied that. I gave you credit for it too, Ashlyn. Thanks so much for sending that over. That's going to help somebody that's looking to install an old version. All right, NixOS, here we go. All right. Looks kind of like an Arch setup. That's interesting. NixOS help. NixOS help. Okay. Oh, they got a little manual. Oh, isn't that sweet? Installing. Okay. Now we did do the manual setup because I didn't want to do it the easy way. I like making my life hard. That, and I want the most minimal setup here too. Let's see. Sudo-I, so you can load keys and switch your keyboard profile. SetFont. We should probably do like a SetFont ter 22 probably. We can do that. Okay. So partitioning and formatting. Probably should have read this before launching it, but that's okay. Okay. UEFI. Create a. Oh, dang. Everything's super manual. All right. It feels like I'm installing Arch for the first time again. Back before they had the, Calamares install tool. That's awesome. Okay, it wants a primary GPT partition, make partition primary. Yeah, you can go with a graphical ISO, but I don't want all that bloat. I don't want to install GNOME or KDE. So that's why I chose this method. Interesting. So how's it loading it? So you go ahead and partition everything. You got your swap, you have your primary, and that's it. Yeah. So you're just creating a partition table, a root partition, a swap partition, and then a boot partition, which is in the -boot partition style. I like that setup. So that's using ESP. Let's see. It's an interesting way of doing it. Probably we'll just use gparted. I kind of like gparted better than parted. Set ESP FAT32 1 meg 512. Set 3 ESP on. Yeah. All right, then you got legacy, which is fine. We got formatting. Oh, all this kind of reminds me of that. We're going to have an interesting go at it. I'm going to forget all this. It's been so long since I've done a manual install, like a true manual install. And then you do the install after you partition. All right, well, let's take a stab at it, shall we? We're going to skip the swap, though. All right. Yes, all right. So we're going to first go with sudo. We'll just switch to super user. And then let's go blkid. Let's map out what drive we want to use first. Okay. NVMe in1 is our Windows drive, so let's not wipe it out. You know me, I have a tendency of wiping out everything, but NVMe E0 in1 is our current drive with Rocky and everything installed. We have those dev mappers for the LVMs for the swap and also the live root that you see there. We need to wipe that out. Although I think if we just do gparted dev NVMe 0 in1, I think that, oh, dang it. Can I do like a Nix environment QA gparted? Oh, that'd be cool. Let's try. See if I can't like create a Nix environment inside of NixOS installer tool to use gparted. Because I don't want to use parted. Sometimes this does take a little bit. You should be able to with Nix shell-p gparted. Okay, let's try that. Well, let's first go APA. Do we get an IP? Yeah, we got an IP. Okay. So let's try Nix shell-p. Oh, I don't have to do Nix packages anymore. That's nice. Gparted. Oh, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. That's so sweet. Gparted. Do we have, oh, I cleared that out. Can't remember. Was it gparted dep? I got to figure out what the hell is my USB doing. But NVMe E0 in 1? Oh, not gparted. CG parted. Is that it? No. What's the graphic? It's like a graphic terminal parted command. I thought it was. It's not CF. I think it's just C parted, right? No, maybe it's CG parted. I think it's CG parted. I don't know why I was thinking G parted. Let's see if we can just grab CG parted. Is that a thing? No. I know there's CF parted. Okay, that's not there either. Exit this. Oh. CG parted. CF parted. Okay, CF parted is definitely a tool. Okay, it's not there. Interesting. So it drops into a shell, and then you can do configurations with certain ones. There's just parted. CF disk. Oh, that's what I was thinking of. I'm such a bonehead. That's right. I think it's actually CG disk is what I was looking for. Maybe it was CF disk. What if I go just see? Okay, that does work. It's already there. I'm such a crazy person. All right. Yeah. This is what I wanted. It was CG disk. CF disk is for traditional DOS legacy systems. CG disk is for GPT UEFI systems. So we have this, and I think, does this have format commands? I can't remember. We have a 1 gig Linux file. I think we can just go delete, and EFI system partition, EFSI, blah, 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 blah. All right, let's just delete that. Let's go new. Partition size, let's go 500M. Oh, no, actually. Cancel. No. Oh, dang it. Oopsies, my bad. Try that again. Round 2. All right. First sector, size in sector, 500M. Type of file system code, I think it's just, we need EFI. There's the EFI partition. Let's just do an L. What was it? I feel like there was another UEFI partition too. So there's EF, which would be... Yeah, there's EF00. I want to say there was another one too. I don't think I need it, but I was just curious. I was just curious on the different ones. Let's just do an L. Oh, here we go. Continuing down. Okay, so then there's the BIOS one, which is EF02, which would be a BIOS boot partition. So if you're doing a legacy one, you'd want to do that. Obviously, we don't. So EF00 would be the hex code. New partition name, we're just going to call EFI. Boom. 500 megs. And then we're not doing a swap. If we want swap, we can just do a swap file. The difference between swap file and swap partition, not a whole hell of a lot. A lot of people give all this credit to swap partitions being like infinitely faster or something, but in testing, I have not seen almost any difference between a swap file and a swap partition. Interesting tidbit. So why bother gunking up your partition table with a swap partition is what I say. What kind of file system do we want? Just do Linux file system. Root. Alrighty, let's write that out. Sounds good to me. We'll destroy all the data. Yes. All right, we're done. What was the next step? Was it just like nix dash install? Okay. Oh, NixOS dash install. Nix mount etc doesn't exist. Interesting. Probably should look more into that help file. What was it? Nix-help? I can't remember what we were using. Try NixOS generate conf into MMT. Okay, so how Arch Linux does it from here is it uses it's Pacman, and you mount the file. So you probably would have mounted the file system before this, because if you go into, let's just do a lsblk just to get kind of a readout of our file system. You can see here what we're doing, and you can see our, oh, that's wrong. Why is this not reflective of our partition changes? Huh. We did wipe that out, did we not? It does not look like we did. I don't think it accepted our rights. Let's reboot. Let's just, I'd hate to, what the hell did I wipe out then? That's, unfortunate. Oh, yeah. Let's increase magnification so y'all can see the mistakes when I make them. All right, let's go Nix. Oh, what is going on here? I only downloaded the minimal installer. That's interesting. Okay. NixOS-help for if we get lost again. I wanted to do that BLK-ID. Let's switch to super BLK-ID can read it all. Okay, it's now reflecting the proper partition scheme that we set up. It just needed a reboot. We probably could have like reinitialized the drive somehow and then had it reread it, but you can see our partitions are there and those LVMs did get wiped out. So if this is like Arch, if we go into MMT, there's nothing there. And if we do like, let's do SetFont ter v22n. Yeah, let's get that a little bit clearer for you guys. All right. So this is what we're working with. And I didn't wipe Windows. We actually did it right. And if we look at the partition layout right now, we want to write the install to NVMe E0N1. So I'm guessing here. Let's just see if my guess is right. Let's do like a mount dev NVMe 01 N1 P2 M into the mount directory. Like that. Wrong file system. So probably the issue here is we didn't format these things. Oh gosh. Format. It's not format. It's makefs dot fat. Oh, God bless. I can't remember exactly. What was it? Make fs dot fat. I want to say F32. And then we would do dev NVMe E0 N1 P1. Hopefully I don't screw this up. And I believe that just formats it, right? Is there a quick format option? I don't think there is. Okay. I think that should have worked. And then make fs dot, we could do better fs. Yeah, let's not confuse ourselves. Let's just do an ext4. Can't remember the options for ext4. I don't think there was much. I want to say I just do like a NVMe 01 N1 P2. Something like that. Oh, do I need to specify that as a bootable one on that partition? Make fs.fat. Was there a bootable option? -n is what they said. Maybe not. No, I think I got it. The partition itself might need a boot flag. I can't remember. No, I think on EFI we don't. How do I mute stream elements? I don't think you can mute it. Okay. Well, let's try that mount command one more time. So there we go. And then what we do is like boot, and then we do P1. Oh, I need to update the schedule. Yeah, because we're doing Tuesday, Thursday now. Does not. So I think we just do make directory boot, and then try that again. All right. So now if we look at our directory structure, this is a typical Linux install. I'm guessing here. So, you know, what you see here at the bottom, you should see that NVMe E0 N1 P1, that's our EFI one, is mounted to -mnt boot. And then the root, where all the data is pretty much stored, is mnt. There's one more here, the LVM, the VG1 LV1, that probably needs to be mounted into MMT home Titus as my home directory, but I like to kind of install the OS first and then make that directory. Oh, yeah. All right. So now we have NixOS install. But when we run NixOS install, it says we need MMT etc NixOS configuration does not exist. I feel like there's something else we're missing here too. Let's just do help. Let's go installing the OS again. Booting the installation media. Let's go manual install and see what we're missing. Networking the installer. We already doing DHCP. It already grabbed it. We looked at an IPA. We did our partitioning and formatting. We could have done the in boot. That's just a label though. We can come back. It's not really important. Installing. So the installation, mount the target file in MMT. Yeah, that makes sense. UFI systems, you need to do this. Look at that. Look at that. I guessed that. Beautiful. And next, you need to create a file, configuration.nix. That's cool. The nix generate conf --root mnt. Then you should edit the configuration.nix to suit your needs. Let's see how far off this is from what we did. Next, you must select your bootloader. We recommend the recommended option system dboot. I don't really like the recommended option. I like grub. If you want to use grub, set boot.loader.grub device to no dev, and then boot.loader.grub.efi support to true. Okay, good to know. That's a helpful configuration. All right, neat. So the big thing here is generating the comp file with root mnt. NixOS generate that config and then root mnt. Yes. NixOS generate config --root -mnt. Okay. So then we go into, we have Vim. Oh, look at that. It comes with Vim already. After my own heart here. Vim etc. Oh, vim etc mnt etc NixOS configuration. Okie doke. What do we have? This is neat. All right, so set your time zone. We'll go here. We're gonna go America. America. Yeah. Chicago. Chicago. No proxy. Configurate key map for X11. Nah. Leave it. No cups. We will need some sound here. Pulse audio. I wonder if they're using Pipewire or Pulse audio. I guess we'll figure out. Touchpad, don't need. Define a user account. Don't forget to set a password with PSW. Okay. Kind of neat. Oh, you get to pick the packages here. Interesting. Okay. We're not going to be Alice. We'll just call this Titus. Okay. List packages installed with system profile. Nanner. Oh, yeah. Let's do that. Oh, God. I got to get rid of that error message. It's driving me crazy. USB 3. It just sucks, but oh well. Networking firewall enable false. Yeah, we're just going to disable it. Disable it for now. Copy NixOS configuration file, link it with resulting. This is useful in case you accidentally delete the configuration file. Yeah, I guess. I could see me deleting the system configuration file. Let's be real. Pretty sure. That's the end of the config. It's pretty simplistic. So, we do an lsblk. Ventoys-iso if we can, or let's do an ls.iso. Oh, I don't have my configuration from there. Darn it. I don't think I can mount that either because of how Ventoys set up. That's okay. If I was smart, I would have put it on a different disk, but I'm not smart. I didn't. So, we'll just have to rely on the stock configuration and then see how we'll figure out how to rerun that. One other thing I'm just seeing on the bottom here. I guess let's just do system EFI, system D. We'll try and change that after the fact. That should be fun. Enable X11 windowing service. Yes, we do want X11. US. X server, we're not going to change that. There's one other thing here. Let's get rid of that. I think we could actually set this up as like Brave instead of Firefox. Nix search, environmental packages. So just Nix command. I like it. Some programs need SUID wrappers, can be configured. Services, pretty bare bones. All right, now I feel better. Yeah, I could disable the stream elements. It's bothering you too much once I get everything set back up here. All right. So if we look at, we generated, was it help? Let's look at this one more time. And we're just flipping through, looking at our install. So now that we've got the configuration, we didn't really change anything from the stock. Just like instead of Firefox and Thunderbird, we're just installing Brave. We're going to do a NixOS install. It would set the root password or root user, which is fine. Man, that seems so simple. I feel like that might not work. You should now be able to boot into NixOS. Every time you change the configuration, you should log in and change the root password or password WD. You probably want to create some user accounts as well. This can be done with user add, which I think that was actually part of the configuration.nix. We'll see if Titus gets created or not. And this is the summary. Yeah, that's slick. I mean, good documentation goes a long ways. There's some things you definitely would get tripped up here. The bootloader grub device example configuration. I don't think we need that though. So we should be fine. That's fine. We're not going to overcomplicate it. We'll figure it out afterwards. So NixOS install. Let's see what happens. All right, building the configuration. Yeah, I'm curious to see all the different paths we can take here. What are the odds we'll be able to reinstall our stuff? I'm kind of looking at the packages it's installing. It's grabbing a good bit. A lot of libraries. We got Nix, sudo. There's our X tools. Drivers, I suppose. Units, probably systemd units, looks like. Installs X screensaver. I still love the Gibson model from X screensaver. It's still one of my favorite screensavers of all time. Systemd and udev rules. It is installing Pipewire. I was wondering about that. Created all the EFI stuff. Looks like it's good now. Set up our root password. Password updated. So we take a look at our... Oh, it unmounted. Unmounted it all. Okay. So let's reboot and see if we get NixOS installed properly. Don't know if it actually installed my user though. That's the question. Oh, you know what? The user's not going to be able to log in because I didn't set a password. So that's a problem. All right, let's see what NixOS looks like. All right. There it is. Okay. What did it install? Oh, there's nothing. I was like, I didn't install a desktop environment. It's like, nope, you sure didn't. It does look like it's using... This looks like LightDM? Or is this GNOME? No, I think that's LightDM. All right, fine. TTY? Yes, there's TTY. Let's go root. Password. Did it create the Titus user? Okay, it did. Nice. Let's set our font, right? Set font. Ter v22 in. Unable to find file. All right, how do we install stuff? We have Nix. What's the Nix command do? I've always wanted to use the Nix command. We got examples. Oh, look at this. Nix build. Tool for building the software, blah, blah, blah. Subcommands. Oh, is SetFont ter. Let's just see what we have available on SetFont. Oh, SetFont -- help. Usually it gives you files are loaded from the current directory. etc kbd console fonts. Ah, okay. What do we have to choose from here? SetFont. I guess we don't have any. We need to get Terminus fonts going for sure. We'll use like a. I'm thinking Lat2 Terminus 16 probably would be good. I want a little bigger though. Do we have anything bigger than that? Well, a lot of small fonts to choose from. I guess we could use a Sun font. I mean, Sun 12 by 22. I mean, it works. It looks a little weird, but once we'll address that once we get some better fonts installed. So, how do we install things? These are things you probably should look up before doing Nix, but where's the fun in that? So we have Nix shell, which builds it in a shell. There's Nix environment, which creates its own environment. But since we're using NixOS, we should be able to just put it like NixOS-install kind of thing. But that's how you install the system. All right, let's go see how their help file. There is no command for this. So I guess the big thing here is, how do we install? The first challenge. And why does this USB 3 port 1 keep popping up? Oh my gosh. Gosh, driving me nuts. Sorry. We do have the Nix configuration. Do we have Vim? Okay, great. We do have Vim. So if we go Vim, config, Vim, etc, Nix, is it NixOS? NixOS configuration. All right, we have this. So If we change this, does it automatically just update the system? Questions. Full Nix. Okay, now this is where you make your changes, and then you just run a Nix rebuild switch. It can't be that easy, right? Can it? Can it be that easy? That feels too easy. So you have the system packages right here. So what if we do like a DWM? We'll use like the stock DWM until we get our, I think Brave's already installed. So we have vim, wget, DWM, and Brave. We also need like neofetch. So then we do NixOS rebuild switch. Oh, wait. Ah, dang it. NixOS dash rebuild switch. Building Nix. Building the system configuration. Is it going to... Okay. That seemed fast. Oh. Okay. It worked. Cool. That is super cool. All right. So I bet you, if I remember right, the package... Oh, here's what we're going to do. Wait. Oh, you guys are going to like this. You're going to like this a lot. Let's grab that Vintoy package. SDC1, it looks like. Let's do a mount dev SDC1 m2 mnt. Make directory mnt. What? Mount point does not exist. Oh, what the hell? Where am I? I'm in root. That's funny. Okay. Yeah, let's just come into here. All right. Let's look. Let's go make directory mnt now. And then let's do our mount. That was funny. Okay. So then we go into mount. And we should have that configuration.nix. Perfection. It's about to get real up in here. It's going to be so cool. NixOS configuration. All right. We did that to make this magical thing happen. We're going to retrieve a cat of mnt/configuration nix. Kablam! Oh, wait. We don't need this. Don't need that. Let's just get rid of that. I'll just grab these guys. Substitute pkgs dot to nothing. Alrighty. And fix our indent. Oops. Wrong indent. Indent that way. Oh no. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but let's fix that. Oh, I forgot the default vim kind of sucks. Oh well. Why did I have alacrity in there? Was that alacrity? Ugh, it was. Let's switch that with kitty. I know the indent's wrong, chat, but we're going to just rock that. All right, great. So now we're going to go NixOS rebuild switch. Aha! Oh, shoot. What? GIMP GitHub. Oh, GitHub's not a valid package. It's probably like GitHub CLI or something. G settings. Why do I have G settings? Weird. Not a valid package. One more time. Third time's the charm. Okay, maybe fifth time's the charm. 1 second. Papyrus. And I had a whole bunch of packages that don't exist. All right, XDG's next. All right. All right, now this is going to work. All right. Oh, it doesn't like to install Steam because of non-free by default. For NixOS rebuild, you can set Nix packages allow on free in the configuration Nix tone. Where do I put that? Nix packages.config allow unfree. That's like camel case, I suppose. Okay. Where would I put it? I imagine it'd be towards the top, right? These are imports. If I was importing something, I'd probably put it up. No. That's an import variable. Alrighty. Should be in... So where do I put it, though? Anywhere in the config file's fine? That seems wrong. Literally anywhere. Really? Okay. Well, we'll just put it at the top. Well, don't forget the camel case. True. And I always forget the semicolon. But that should be good. Alrighty. Nix rebuild switch. Yeah, it seemed to work. I bet Steam's going to grab quite a bit. This should grab almost any kind of graphic thing we need. I don't necessarily, like, let's say I'm not going to use Steam on here. I still kind of like to install it if I'm playing games on this system, which obviously I'm kind of a gamer, so I kind of want to check it out. Man, it's so cool so far, though. It might be my forever distro. I don't want to jinx it. It's only been an hour, but it could be my forever distro. I really like its design. Like, it feels forward thinking. It did, yeah, we'll see. Yeah, Steam will grab wine as well. Because wine will be needed for Proton. Man, it is building a lot, though. I did put a lot in there. I just kind of wanted the base packages. What do you guys think the package count will be? Because at the end of the title of the stream is the most minimal install. What are we thinking? With Steam and all those 32-bit libraries, obviously we're going to be a little more bloated than a true minimal install. But this is like a minimal Linux gaming install, really. 69, I like that. I'm surprised we didn't get a 42. 690 packages. 500-ish. Man, that seems awfully low because we are using Steam with the 32-bit. I'm going to say 1,000. Yeah, I'm saying 1,000 will probably be it. Because when you install Steam, it immediately installs probably at least 300 packages. Because all those 32-bit packages bloat things up. But can it run Crysis? We're about to find out. I think Steam does have a built-in browser as well. Believe it or not. I don't know. We'll see what it ends up doing. If it was going to do a make, I wonder if there's a way to speed this up with a thread count. I mean, it's not going slow. It might be already using max threads, actually. This is going pretty quick. Yeah, this is my main machine. Rocky is gone. Nix is the new operating system of choice. I've never used Nix, so I was like, I love the Nix package manager. So given my love for the Nix package manager, the OS has to be like even better, right? That was my thought process going into today. Rocky lasted 1 week. I think it was 2 weeks. That's a pretty long time in my world. But I love, so what I hate is when you go to install like a new distro and it's like holding your hand and it's just more of the same. Like, I love the thought process and the out-of-box thinking that went into Nix, especially when it comes to automation. Like, once you get this Nix file built, you can literally just throw it on a new system and go, here chat, you want to install everything that you saw on this stream? I'll give you my configuration.nix file. You pop that configuration nix file into your system, go and do these type things. It will replicate my system one-to-one for you. You're not going, oh crap, I forgot this dependency, or I need this. It will be everything on mine. No other Linux distribution has that. You can create scripts, you can do other things to kind of replicate it, but that has so much human error, where this is the package in the configuration.nix file? Yes, it gets installed. That's pretty legit. But yeah. I'm sure there'll still be some changes, especially when it comes to the .configuration files. So when we get into building out, like, I wonder if we could automate this. I bet we can, because there's a lot of packages in Nix that are really neat. But I really think grabbing like my dot files and there's going to be other little gotchas, but they'll be pretty minimal. So you get like my dark theme. So I probably would throw everything in. I'm going to redesign how I'm doing my dot files. There's two things out of my dot files I'm thinking of just for replicating this. Dot local share and going to an XDG correct format. So in the past, I've thrown fonts and themes and other stuff into home.fonts and home.themes. That's actually incorrect. That's a bad practice. Hopefully nobody looked at me and copied, because that's not exactly the way you should do it. What you should do is put that XDG into dot local /share /fonts or /themes in that directory. That's where XDG, which is what like determines your default terminal or your default folders or your default path that's going to show up in your start menu or whatever. That's kind of how that works, and that's probably where we should do all of that. And that'll also make it very nice for when you go into like a Flatpak. That's where Flatpak will look, because it uses the XDG standard as well. So it'll be, your Flatpaks will act a little better too from past things. So I'm just thinking through all those little things to where if we just copy the .config and the .local and then toss that in a new install, that'd be pretty awesome. Oh, I need to look at flakes. Flakes will be interesting. Or you could set the appropriate XDG environment variable. We could probably set some of those XDG environment variables in our .profile, which xinit should also run on startup. Now, the next thing, I want to kind of see how we modify Nix a bit here too. I'm curious to see about modifying Getty and then how it interfaces with xinit. It'd be kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, you really don't need Flatpak for Nix, even though it probably would work. Like, Nix has pretty much every package you possibly could want. Flatpak and snaps are the devil. You've been watching too much Chris Titus Tech. Oh man, where was I the other day? I think I was like on a Linux memes subreddit, and I was reading, and my name popped up, and I looked at it, I was like, oh, that's unfortunate. It was, I think, some pretty jaded vets, probably the Arch Linux crew, because I often don't speak highly of Arch, even though it's a good distro. I still love Arch for what it is. And they're like, yeah, that Chris Titus Tech, he knows servers, but he doesn't know anything about Linux desktop. And I'm like, okay. Like, at the end of the day, everything's like based on Linux server. Like, you can literally do anything in the CLI. How is knowing like a GUI tool in Linux gonna help you? I don't understand that. Like, that was a weird comment, and then it got like a whole bunch of upvotes, and I'm like, wow, okay, that's enough internet today for me. Yeah, the Flatpak versus snaps debate, it's always interesting. I mean, I'm getting to the point where I'm like, I just don't think either are a true solution. I think Flatpak is better than snaps, but still a substandard solution in my opinion. I still would hate to install more than 10 Flatpaks on my system. There's a couple of things where I sacrifice that belief. A good one's like immutable file systems. You pretty much have to use them. Like, if it's an immutable file system, you put it anywhere but your home folder, it's going to get wiped out. By the way, Nix has a utility that creates a package for an app image URL. That's cool. Yeah, I can't wait to dive into some more of these Nix options. Between Flakes, the shell, if you need like a sandbox version, you can do that through, I believe it's Nix-shell. You can do special environments with NixEnv, and that's how it's done on other systems, which I've been messing with. That's kind of how I've always used Nix Package Manager, was through a Nix environment. So, man, so many cool little things. God bless. How long is this going to take? Oh, you can even redirect your configuration file with the switch and then the -L command. Okay. Yeah, I've noticed that too, Lab, and I've actually done like a Nix environment in a specialized directory when installing Nix on the Steam Deck. So I use the Nix packages on the Steam Deck. I think I even had to do a separate user base systemd service to adjust things a little bit. So on Steam updates, it wouldn't wipe out my Nix packages because I had to switch it from the root Nix package directory to a home Nix package directory. That was a little bit difficult to put in, but once I got that in, Nix is working great on a Steam Deck. And that's nice because then you can install anything. Oh, was that a pipe, not an L? Okay. Or no, an I. Sorry. That's yes, dash I, uppercase I. Okay. That's funny. I as an information. Well, I also have like my chat on like a super small screen up here. Although I will say the new desk configuration with the up and down monitors, I love it. So good. For stable and up-to-date software gaming, would you say go Fedora? Ooh, that's a hard one. I mean, if you don't really want to mess with your system very much, I've recommended Nubara in the past, which is based on Fedora. And the reason why I say that, because Glorious Egg Roll's probably the de facto standard when it comes to Linux gaming. Like, he just knows his stuff. And he makes Nubara, and he chooses so many great defaults. Way better than 99.9% of the users out there. So if you're doing a lot of gaming on Linux, I would say Nubara is really what you should install. It's going to have the best defaults. It's going to have the best compatibility. And that's because Glorious Egg Roll makes it. And he's the guy that makes like Proton GE. GE means Glorious Egg Roll. And man, it's really good. Okay, that was a lot of packages. NeoFetch. What are we at? Yeah. Ooh, 1,585 packages. Doggies. All right. Yeah, thanks, Michael. Yeah, I'll be sure and remove the stream elements if it gets annoying. I kind of imagined it would be like that. So from here, we should have DWM. Not really. That's okay. We'll just drop into TTY2. What do we have for our home folder? You know what I'm going to do here? There's nothing in here right now. And it's under Titus users. Let's our groups, users and wheel. Let's just mount our old volume group. I need to check to see if there's an LVM command. What would that be? Maybe, do we have git? Dang it. Do we have to do a rebuild every time we want to install a package? I guess you do. It gets annoying, I guess, when first setting up a system, but still not bad. Oops. Yeah, we're probably missing mini xorg. The dependencies probably did not quite get there. Oh, that's right. You need to move it from your packages and add this. Services, DW. Oh, okay. Wow, this is so weird. Okay. So we have X server enabled true. So then we would do services dot X server dot window manager dot DWM enable equals true. Oh no, true. Interesting. When you want to permanently install it, yes, although you can just do a nix-shell pget to get a temporary shell. Does that shell get destroyed when you exit it? That'd be interesting. You can do it with an unstable. Okay. Yes, it gets destroyed. So if you do just need a one-off command, nix-shell would just install it. Interesting. That's cool. All right. So let's come here. I'm sure this is just like a git, and then NixOS rebuild, whatever. Oh man, my history's getting wiped out. Switch. I need to reinstall my bash anyways. It's all good. Oh, it did not redo my history. I was in my user. Yeah, that's a problem. Okay. So now we have that. What if we go back into, wait, was it TTY7? Yeah, TY still there? Yeah, so let's, before we reboot, what if we do like a sudo systemctl restart light DM? Is that not light DM? Does it handle systemd services differently? Is it even using systemd? What did I miss? The services are handled by Nix. So interesting. No, this is going to be a little bit of a mind F right here. Because systemd, you can't interact with it directly. Because the services are somewhere else. Okay, let's take a look. Sudo systemctl -- all. Oh, let's see. I'm looking. There's a Getty service. I swear that's light DM, is it not? Because I don't see that. So strange. There's not very many services here. You have to set it in the configuration. Huh. What bookmark manager are you using? I don't know what you're talking about on the bookmark manager. All right, let's reboot. So everything's in configuration.nix. Means more reboots, but that's okay. Once it's set up, it's set up. You can't really break it. Sounds like a challenge to me. All right. There is none plus DWM. Let's see. Do we have? Yeah. Okay. All right. Ooh, what is the default binding for dmenu? Oh, I didn't install dmenu. Crap, what are the default bindings on DWM? Ah, we didn't even install ST. Oh, man. That's okay. TTY. TTY to the rescue. Anytime you get in trouble, the beauty of Linux is you can just say, you know what? Give me the console. I will just fix it myself. I did want to mount this. So let's come back one. We're going to go into super user mode. All right, we'll have Titus. Oh, we're going to copy Titus to Titus Nix. We're going to have to do a recursive on that. And then we're going to mount that FS tab. Let's just remove Titus. And then what we're going to grab is the LV. Oh, shoot. The LVM, guys. The LVM is going to be a problem. I don't think I can mount the LVM. Oh, cool. It installed LV by default. Oh, nice. That's clutch. Yeah. Oh, so nice. So nice of it. Dev. VG1. Yes. Okay. I think on this one, I can just do a mount dev VG1 LV1. I forget if I have to specify. I can't remember. I think it was better FS. Home Titus. I make directory Titus. CD Titus. Oh, crap. Okay. Back. You mount home Titus. This actually needs to be a mount just home. Then we do a list. Oh boy. All right, there's all that. I wonder if it's gonna mess with my Nix that much. Now, we'll figure it out. Sudo vim etc fs tab. So this does work. And let's just... Oh, really? Oh, I need to do this. Wait, what? Can you not change? Why is that a read-only? It's immutable, isn't it? Ah, shoot. Yeah. I know about searching packages on Nix. This is the first time I've used NixOS, and there's a lot of nuances to this OS. To make changes, Oh, it says it right in the README. Read, Chris. To make changes, edit the file systems camel case and swap devices in NixOS options in your etc. Poop. Okay. What does that look like? As with everything, it's in the NixOS configuration. Okay, copy system configuration. File. Okay, list packages you want installed. Configuration file. Is there no file? Okay, so we just kind of have to guess on the syntax here. Oh, poop. All right. How are we going to do FS tab? All files in the Nix store are immutable. Oh, that's fresh RSS for checking the news, by the way, guys. What is that? All right, let's go to the help file. Nix help. NixOS help. Please help me, Nix. I don't understand. Oh. That's right. We got to get probably W3M or elinks. I've used elinks a whole bunch in the past. W3M's kind of the one I want to go with, though. Back to our etc Nix. W3M. All right, now we'll just do a NixOS rebuild switch. So odd. Kind of like it. Still wrapping my brain around this. But I enjoy it. I really do like it. It's not bad. But NixOS help. Aha, there we go. So we got changing the configuration. File systems. What do we have here? Yeah, I can't even open up a browser yet because I have a stock DWM install and I could clone. I think we rebuild my DWM with my DWM I have. It'll make this way easier. I'm overthinking it. But I wonder, FS tabs. We have encryption. That looks like a fun time. Luckily, nothing's encrypted here. Okay. Interactive mounting. Non-interactive mounting. Dude, this is so strange for me. So you have your device type for non-interactive mounting. Oh, damn. Whoa. I'm going to need a GUI for this. This is going to be wacky. Let's just grab our home directory. I'm not going to try and grab our NFS shares yet. Oh, boy. So for this one, oh, oops. Nope. It's device, the dev path, and then file system type. That should get me what I need. How do you determine where it gets mounted, though? You can define file systems. For instance, the following definition causes NixOS to mount the ext4 file system onto the mount point /data. Okay, /data. So you put the label, and then that's kind of jank. This will create an entry in FS tab corresponding to the mount system FS tab generator, blah, blah, blah. Mount there, no auto. Can be changed. Mount points are created automatically. For device, it's best to use a topology independent aliases in dev by label, which is fine. So dev by UUID, as these don't change, probably what we want to do. But this is a volume group, so it doesn't matter. We don't change it. Okay, that's fine. I like that warning. It's just weird. So the thing I'm debating here, if you go file systems, oh, I see it now. File systems quotes, this is the mount directory equals, and then you do brackets, device, and file system type. Okay, I was overthinking it. I missed the dot quotes. I'm so getting the syntax wrong. All right. Okay. Once we get this, we'll have our home directory and we'll get to the GUI and things will be right with the world. Ah. Oh, and we need to install Terminus fonts too, because nobody likes super small fonts. Okay. Dude. Oh, don't forget D menu. Yeah. D menu is needed. All right, let's go back to... Dang, we're in this configuration file a lot. Get used to it if you install Nix, I suppose. Okay, so we have DWM. Let's install D menu so we can launch stuff. And then we have Kitty down there. I feel like we should just throw ST in there just in case. Oh, actually, let's go ST just to have that. The other thing I needed, we were doing Git, the file system paths. I feel like putting it here is fine. All right. File system, camel case, dot path will be home equals, okay. And then do a bracket, go here, quotes. Oh, what was it? Device equals dev volume group 1, logic volume group 1, comma, fs type camel case equals, oh geez, I think it was better fs. Yeah, that does not look right to me. It's not, that should be, after each line is a semicolon. Yeah, semicolon's not quote. I'm singing JSON for some odd reason. So based on this, is that the correct syntax? I mean, I think it is. Oh, you have to do it after that too. Okay, I missed that. That's correct. Okay, yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and set the console font just in case we have to come back to TTY. I don't have to keep setting font. All right, let's reconfigure. NixOS rebuild switch. Yeah. Oh, console key maps defined in more than one spot. Of course, it's the one thing I didn't even care about. Key map. Is it defined in one more spot? I don't see it defined anywhere else. Oh, that's getting annoying. Well, let's define our host name, I guess. Let's use that. Let's clean this up a little bit. I'm just sitting here, no proxy. Select internationalism properties. Okay. Console. Configure key map in X11. I'm guessing the console can't be declared twice here. Oh, right here. So it's doing the key map in X11 and then also on the console. I think we can still leave the console config alone. Cups, I don't use printing here. Enable sound, touchpad support, not needed. User count. I almost don't even want to install any user packages there, but that's okay. And then we got the system packages. So this is where you control services. If you got any extras, that's fine. We might come back with the firewall. I'll leave that in. All right. Let's make sure. What is that LVM group? If we look at the LVM group for the home folder, it is... Oh, no. That's ext4. I got it wrong. Ugh. If you look right up here, you can see VG-LV-1 is incorrect. It should actually be ext4 instead of betterfs. I thought that was... Just wanted to double check it because I was unsure. So if we look at file system type, man, this is so wonky. So different. Kind of like different though. ext4 is what this is going to be. And I do want to check one more time the syntax of that file system's home. NixOS-help. And then let's take a look at file systems again. Device equals blah, blah, blah. FS. Okay, yeah, I got it right. So that's done. Now we just rebuild. This time around should be fast. Okay, that's good. Let's just restart. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. This is an immutable file system. If I install it from that package manager, it'll completely break on every single install. Yeah. I was just trying to get to the desktop, but you're absolutely right. We need to fix that first and foremost. Absolutely correct there. So, let's modify our NixOS. What is that? Config. Oop, sudo vim etc NixOS configuration. Yeah. So we got DWM and D menu. I'm not really patching. We're going to just leave D menu alone. I'll come back and rip that out, though. That's a good point. Same with ST. I will remove that as well, but I first want to git clone. Will it uninstall? That's a good question. If we do a rebuild and we remove a package, so let's go sudo NixOS rebuild switch. Does it remove the old package? Interesting. I guess we'll find out. So let's do a git clone. GitHub.com. Chris Titus. Oh, actually, let's take a look. I think, do I have a GitHub directory? Yeah. Git clone. What did I call this? We're going to just do a non-writable clone right now. And we're going to call this DWM Titus, I think is what it was. DWM Titus. Now, sudo make install. Oh, make. I need build utilities. Dang it. Should have looked that up before I did this. What are the make utilities? It's make, but... Oh. All right. I could just get build utilities. Gotta say, it's getting old installing stuff for this thing. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Doing a rebuild every time I need to install a package kind of sucks, but that's all right. All right. We're going to go here. GNU make. Okay, Reddit. GNU make. All right. Elinks, google.com. Oh, gosh. Is there... What do we have? No. Essential software. I think this should get us what we need. Okay. What is the main mapping? I can't remember. Elinks is just a shift down instead of skipping to the next link. What is it? Jump to link. L. Keyboarding manager K. Move cursor down is not bound. Well, how does that make sense? Yes. Move cursor up. Up. Yes. It's weird. Weird. Elinks has some weird... Wait. Yeah, okay. Alright, there we go. It's like I just need to go... Got pages. Where is the... Maybe we just do a search. I think what we do a search here. Go into key bindings. Oh, this sucks. I'm just gonna say right now. Oh gosh. Tab. Yes. Okay. Ooh, we had somebody mention you can install Packa. You can install packages with NixEnv. Yeah, I think that creates a specialized environment for it. I'd like it for system-wide is kind of what I'm thinking. Search packages. Let's just go search packages. Oh, no. What happened? Okay, there we go. Oh, I gotcha. Search packages. Ah, there's no up. All right. NixOS search. Nix packages search. Okay. Negative. What happened there? This is a subreddit, isn't it? Oh, jeez. All right, I'm done with that. Okay. I want to build DWM, but I can't because I don't have the build tools. And if I don't have the build tools, how the hell am I going to do it? Okay, first roadblock. It's been a little bit. It's been easy sailing so far. Let's just do a QA build. Let's see what kind of query Nix has for us for build. It has to have like a group build essentials package for compiling stuff. All right. What about essentials? Or essential. Sometimes that could be essential. It's under STD environment, really? Oh, let's see. We got error on our make. Why is that an erroring out? Error 127. We're probably missing XCB. I wonder if we can do Nix queries of XCB and see if that has. And probably it will also need Zinorama. Okay. All right. I probably will need. Ooh, what about Terminus fonts while we're here? I wonder if Terminus. So we don't have to rely on this Sun font. Ugh. Okay, Terminus dash font is a thing. So. Wow. What an interesting way of doing things. All right. Somebody also said STD environment should give you the standard environment. We also wanted to grab, my mind has gone blank. Oh, Terminus font. Terminus font. So now we do sudo NixOS rebuild switch. Terminus font is not there. So the packages differ from Nix environment to the actual build system. Unless it's Terminus fonts. No, that was not it. Maybe TTF true type fonts. Let's try that. If not, Terminus is just not in there. Why the hell does Nix environment packages differ from Nix? That's kind of disappointing. It's Terminus underscore font. Okay. So there is no dash. Okay. So anything that requires a dash is probably an underscore. No, Vert Manager's in there. Ah, a little jank. It's a little janky because you allowed Vert Dash Manager, but you didn't allow Terminus, and you changed that to underscore. Not the best on the package naming, but that's okay. Now we have our build. So now let's do a make. Still have some. Oh God, tracking down dependencies to build stuff is just gonna be a freaking nightmare. Oh my gosh. Let me think about this. This is a definite real world problem with Nix. Because, like, you try to track down, like, the Zinorama or XCB dependencies of DWM to build it. Well, good effing luck, right? Like, how are you going to track that down, especially if you don't have a browser? There's got to be somebody that's already set this up. But Nix, how it works, and it being immutable, you don't really install packages on the system. So it not having a very robust ability to build and install packages in the system makes sense. Because you typically would never install packages this way. It's bonkers, but it does make sense. You can patch it. Let's see here. I do have a second system here. 1 second. Let me pull it up. So I'm reading what was left in chat. 1 second. And yeah, somebody just linked it. Appreciate it. NixOS.wiki DWM. Okay. Instead of doing a make, oh wow. You put your patches in the overlays directory, and then you're building on the Nix rebuild. It rebuilds DWM when you're doing the rebuild command. Okay, that definitely adds a level of complexity I really was not ready for, but it makes sense because that's just not how it's done in Nix. It's meant to be replicatable, and if you're building stuff manually, then it's not. Wow. So, yeah, so you're using the Nix comp for literally everything. You will literally create a Nix packages overlay. Let me start to do it. I mean, I'm super interested in this now. This is wild. Just straight up wild. My mind is just because we're literally building DWM on a reload using an overlay function basically in the Nix comp file. I'm wrapping my brain around it. My brain's like, that sounds amazing. Yeah, that's smart as AF. And you can do the same for ST and D menu as well. The cool part is you could even specify patches. And from me reading this wiki here, I got it on my other screen, it looks like it will dynamically grab the patches online as well instead of doing local diff files. But if you have coded your own specialized local diff file, it also has another way to do that. Wow. Okay, if you want to use fetch patch, you obtain the hash for the patch you want to apply. That makes sense. You obtain the hash for the patch you need to run the command by nix-prefix-url. For example, what the world? That is completely amazing. Yeah. This okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. Let's put DWM back in. Oh yeah, it's already in here. Okay. So we have it there. And then what we're going to do. Okay. Is there an overlays section already? Let's check that. There's not an overlays section. So now we have Nix packages overlays equals, and the overlays apparently affect this. Because this one's system packages. User Titus packages with packages. Okay. Okay. You can also, yeah, you can also segment these out into separate files and then reference them. We're overlaying DWM patches. Oh, how do you overlay a configuration patch? I'm like let's say I want to change my hotkeys. It's also kind of trying to figure that out. So Nix packages overlays. Let's go self. I need to change my damn font too. This Sun 12 by 22 is super annoying. Self super, and then okay. So then you'd go DWM. Sorry about the 4-point default Vim skip here. It's kind of nuts. DWM dot override attributes old ATRS rec, and then you'd put whatever it is in there. Close that. You'd close that with something like this. Then close this. Something like that. Okay. I'm just looking at this and that's the syntax it has on the guide. Well, this makes my Rocky install look like nothing. Looks like, man, what in the world? All right, I figured it out. This is all fine and dandy, but from here to here, no good. And I really don't like how this is set. So I just have too much to change. I'm not going to have it self-build. But we can still do some really cool stuff because I have so many patches and other stuff and customizations I want to do. I don't want to put it all in Nix format and an overlay. But you can specify in the overlay section to say, hey, in DWM, like this, we can build it using an override of the stock package manager. and then change where it's looking for the source code to something like this, and that would be something in the neighborhood, yeah, of that. That looks about right. So now what it's doing, instead of overlaying, because it will literally, there's a separate overlay you can do where you specify the download directory, and then you grab the hash for the download directly from suckless.org. It'll download the patch and it'll just patch it for you. I don't want to do that because I have so much other stuff going on, custom configurations and other things, that I really just wanted to use my patches that I've designed with my custom hotkeys, all from my source files, because I distribute that out to, let's say, more people. And I wanted to just use my Git directory. This is how you do that. But if you only had, like, let's say 3 or 4 patches you want to apply, and you're not really changing from the stock config, this way would probably be not ideal for you. You probably would want to get it directly from Suckless, or if you're really close to the stock Suckless, you probably wouldn't want to build from source. But the thing I don't understand is it going to grab the dependencies? Yeah. How would it handle 10 patches automatically? Because I'm patching. Well, I did about 7 patches in my repo that I built from source. I've been spending all weekend on DWM a lot, kind of hacking around on my laptop, which I've set up, and I was like, dude, this is amazing. Still not 100%. It's not ready for prime time, but very, very close. Yeah, I tried FlexiPatch. It's the lazy way to do it, but I don't like how bloated it makes the comp file. The config file gets so huge that I don't like the FlexiPatch. FlexiPatch is a great way to do it for those that don't really want to dive in, but I really only wanted to use like 6 or 7 patches, and FlexiPatch has like 50, and I'm like, I'm out on all that. I kind of want a more minimal setup, so, but yeah, FlexiPatch is a good way for that. Let's see what this does, because I am super curious. Let's go sudo NixOS rebuild switch. All right. Does it build my version of DWM? Oh, messed that up. I did mean ATRS. Okay. Getting status, no such file or directory. Oh, I'm in the wrong directory. Yep. Let's try it now. Oh, why did I do GitHub with a capital H? That's so stupid of me. Get out. Shut the front door. Cheese and crackers. Did that work? No way. Let's see. Bro. No. It worked. Wow. Wow. How crazy is that? It built my DWM. Obviously, there's some other shenanigans here, but what? Wow. Dang. That is nuts. Yeah, first try. Yeah. I mean, there's still so much to learn, but man, that is really good. What about Brave? Does it launch Brave? Ah, Brave is crashing on me. And I can't launch Kitty. Let's just try ST. We'll just use ST for now. What happens when we do Brave? What doesn't it like about Brave? Oh, unlock Brave. Oh, I know what's happening. Okay, that's fine. Titus, okay. So what we need to do here, we're gonna go ch own recursive Titus users, and then we're gonna go Titus. What's happening is, since I pulled in that from a Rocky Linux or a weird distribution, some of my home directories not being able to be properly read. So we're going to just take ownership of it using the new Titus and users group. Yeah, that was pretty wild. That was so wild. Jeez. Ooh, man. All right, cool. So then we exit. Let's go to our home now. Let's see what Brave kicks up this time. Perfect. So now if we're in a new thing, we launch Brave. Brave? No. Okay. So this fixes my rebuild errors with DWM, I think, as well. If I'm thinking correctly here, we should be able to... No. There's still some issues I'm thinking of. Anyways. My launch of Brave probably is just a different executable. Okay. Yeah, that's it. And then we got ST. So why doesn't, if we go into Kitty, okay. Failed to launch child bin bash with error, no such file or directory. Because it's trying to launch bash from here. Yeah. So we fixed all our permissions in here, except for like Win11 stock image, which let's just remove that. Nah, can't remove. Really? Operation not permitted. That's odd. I'm root. What? Huh. We'll have to revisit that. I don't know what's happening with it. But let's see. Bin. Okay, there is no bin. There's an SH. What about user bin environment? No. Okay. Yeah, that file looks odd. I don't know what's happening with that. That's interesting. So the weird part about this whole system, so we've got it pretty much functional. I've still got to fix some little things here, like referencing bin bash doesn't work. I think the next question I have for this is if we do a listing, like, where's it stick everything? Like, there's nothing in bin. You have your standard boot with the EFI stuff. You have your devices, which have all your devices. You have etc, which kind of just symlinks to stuff. Like, let's do a long listing of etc. Where does it sync? So it syncs into everything's referenced from a Nix store. That's so crazy to me. Yeah, it's all on /Nix. But how the hell do you reference it? Like, let's say I want to reference bash. How do you do it? These are good questions that I don't have answers to yet. Well, there's static. So it does stick some normal stuff in static, etc static, that doesn't change. There's a shells directory. What is this? Shells bin? Oh, shells is not a directory. Shells is another symlink going somewhere else. Where's that going? Oh, it's going to another store. Wow. Well, I guess we can go which bash. Okay. So it puts bash in run current system SW bin bash. Wow. This is so crazy. Yeah. That's got to be a symlink too. Let's go run current system SW bin. Oh, that's definitely a symlink. But it puts it all there. These symlinks are going to change, see? Because this is referencing a specific version from an update. So these versions will not hang around. We're going to have to... This is the perfect spot to reference them, though. So if we do which bash, and it's referencing it from here, and let's say we launch another ST terminal, and... what is it? Oh, no. Control Shift. There it is. All right. It's like I can't remember. So you reference that from our bash RC. NeoVim's not installed. Oh, shucks. Okay. What happens when we rebuild this stuff on the fly? We need to add more stuff. NeoVim. I don't know how I forgot NeoVim. That's just odd of me. But etc. Ooh, man. Starship. Okay. NeoVim. Still using a 0.81 fork, but that's okay. NeoVim, Starfish. What about auto jump? Auto jumps there too. Okay. Auto jump, NeoVim, and sudo vim etc NixOS configuration. So NeoVim, auto jump, Starship, and then we go sudo NixOS rebuild switch. Okay. Vim bash rc. Okay, bash. Is that where it's referencing it from? Is every script has to be changed from /bin bash? I feel like that's a little excessive, but I feel like that's why we're having problems on the launch. I wonder if we could just hack it and just kind of... I did see a link to sh there. What does that even look like? Let's just go kitty. Nah, no bin bash. That's not it. Yeah, let's cat etc shells. So if we look over here, cat etc shells. It's got to be that intro line, right? Or it could be something in the kitty.conf as well. But yeah, your kitty.conf file. I think it's something like that. I think it's something with the kitty.conf. So let's just go config kitty.conf. Is there bash? Yeah, there it is. That's the culprit. So then it'd be a run dash current system sw bin bash. So then we close that out, come to a new workspace, kitty. All right. Close that, come back to here. Let's fix this even further. So the auto jump is wrong. We go which auto jump. You can see auto jump being in that same issue. So to fix that, auto jump. So autojump.sh, autojump.sh. Can't found the auto jump script. And if we go which auto jump, so how's it referencing auto jump? That's not anything with kitty.conf. Auto jump. Yeah, it's not in here. We've pretty much fixed this file. But I also notice our starship's a little janky. Maybe ST is the way forward. True. I think it would automatically pick the environment. There's so many good questions here, guys. So many good questions. So, no. Yes. Yeah. That is wild. Well, we've successfully moved to Nix. This is so interesting. So interesting. The kernel is actually kind of old, too. Look at the NixOS kernel we're rocking, 5.15. But, yeah, DE's none. DWM and DWM. A lot of people are probably not liking my aesthetic choice of tossing my stuff up here, but I kind of like this setup. I know it looks ugly, but it's so functional. Just so functional. Yeah. Yeah, this is totally where all the cool kids hang out, Citrus. Welcome. I love the simplicity of DWM. It doesn't have a lot of flair, but man, you can just do anything you want. Obviously DWM usually just has numbers. Instead of doing like icons and other stuff, I can just pull up any new workspace, or let's say I kill that one. I can just pull up any workspace and then I just wanted to modify it a little bit, and I was like, dude, you can do anything. and I made it to where it closes all the other tags and then just lists what things I have open, because I usually don't have more than 4 or 5 things open, and I'd rather it just listed at the top. Yeah, and I love the flexibility, the speed, the fact that it just can't break. Like, you get it built once and you like that config, nothing will ever break it. It's so freaking simple that it's like bulletproof. I love that. Yeah, I should probably bling it out a little more, because I think it would be a lot more appealing for more people. But as I was more just working on the function of it, I was like, DWM and the function is just so good. Yeah, I would say definitely do Nix in a VM if you're going to do this. This was a huge step. Like, if I had to go back, knowing what I know now, I probably would not have done this on my studio PC that I'm on all the time, because holy crap, that was way different than any other Linux install I've ever done in my entire life. That's saying something. I've installed a lot of different Linux distros, but this one was just wild. I mean, but in a great way. Like, it's like someone just it takes a special mind not to just copy other people's work. And that's what the NixOS really did here. Is they took what everybody else has done on OSs, and they're just like, I'm going to do my own thing. And then that's what they did here. And that's super cool. I really am appreciative. I love how I could easily just give you guys my configuration.nix and you would just have everything you see here. That's kind of nuts. With a couple exceptions, because you'd have to clone my DWM, because I put in my Nix comp file that look in home, Titus, GitHub, DWM, and then you see all those source files. Go ahead and build that. So anytime I run, it's rebuilding my DWM based on my setup. That's nuts. That was a complete mind-blowing moment. Welcome to the world of DWM users. I've only been trying to convince you for 4 years. Thank you, Peter, for not giving up on me. What about Xmonad? Probably. We can check into that. Xmonad's stock configuration is made by a madman, though. I looked at the key bindings in Xmonad, and I'm like, whoa, this person was on drugs when they made these key bindings. But it's kind of funny. I like those obscure ones, too. Like I said, thinking outside of the box, and sometimes those people's minds work way different than the rest of us, and then it's just trying to wrap around a new way of thinking that so neat. Just so neat. Yeah. Well, I'm about to make a new video that I've been trying to design, and I wanted to, you guys can give me your feedback on this, chat. Windows to Linux for power users. And it's going to be installing Linux 3 times, 3 different ways, none of which is using a GUI. It'll be the first one using a more simplistic minimal build using task SEL from like a Debian install, right? Pretty basic. You can just grab your desktop environment. Everyone should be able to follow around. That's like level 1, right? So that takes out the GUI, and that's going to be people going, oh, that's interesting. And then level 2, we'll go to a minimal Arch build where we're building Arch, basically using the Arch wiki. I think that's a great way to kind of learn the components of Linux. And I think everyone should do this. If you want to be a power user, and really understand Linux. And then once you get through that entire Arch build where you're building like the bootloader and doing grub or systemd, and then installing your packages one by one and loading it out, then we go to like level 3. And level 3 is like a very unique build. Maybe even we do Nix for level 3 because I love the design of it. But I'm thinking something in that neighborhood where you're building out and learning all the different components of Linux. Because once you learn those components, like, it doesn't matter where you go. Like, it doesn't, like, even Nix, even though it gave us some problems, we still understood, hey, where's the USR folders? Where's the bin folder? Where are these things? Because Linux still needs to reference those, and the programs still need to reference them. It's just like, but how'd Nix do it? And that's kind of like the thought process, because I always understood, hey, these components have to exist, and then you look at them that way. So, but yeah, that's my thought on the new Windows to Linux. It's gonna freak people out. I'm gonna get a ton of hate comments, but there's gonna be a couple power users out there that will fricking love it, because I would have loved to have a video like that when I first started doing Linux. Level 4 Gen 2, level 5 LFS. Yeah, that video would be like 5 hours long. It'd be great. I would love it. Oh man. Well, this was amazing. I love the little Nix DWM. It was so great, and I will see how long I last on it, but I really love the newness. It's like getting in a new car for the first time, and you're like, nothing's like my old car. And that's the beauty of this setup right here. And we'll see how long it lasts. You know me, I get bored and I'm like, okay, I'm going on to the next thing. But there's a lot to learn with Nix, and there's a huge amount to absorb here. So I bet you I stay on it longer than a month. And that's high praise coming from me. Oh man, it was so much fun. So much fun. So thank you guys for hanging in there with me, seeing me read and try to understand Nix, and even give me hints here and there. But it's so great. And yeah, thank you. Big shout out to Peter too. Thank you for the DWM. I've wasted the last 2 or 3 days just at night on my laptop customizing my DWM, and this is kind of what I've got from the stock one. You notice I might have gone to 6.3 from 6.4 for patching some of the patches I was using. I was like, I'm tired of changing this, and I wanted it to be a little more universal with some older distros, and I think 6.4 was giving me a couple headaches. Maybe not though. I probably need to rebuild from source again, but I'm sold on DWM. I love it. It's so cool. And I love Nix's intro. But with that, y'all, I'm going to sign off. Thank y'all. Have a great time. I'll be back on Thursday. We'll see what we do for Thursday's stream. I probably need to revisit Windows tools and all those, as it's been a little bit since I've worked on them. But I might still messing around with Nix. So I don't know. We'll see how I'm feeling on Thursday. Be looking at the stream title. I'll try and set all that up. So, thank you guys. See y'all in the next one.